Welcome, dear children. Today I am going to take up the very first chapter, the last lesson from the book Flamingo. The writer of this chapter is Alphonse Daudet, and I am going to give you the detailed summary of the chapter. Let us first of all know about the author, some information about the author. Alphonse Daudet was a French novelist and short story writer. He wrote his first novel at the age of 14. He was born in France on 13 May 1840 and he died in France only on 16 December 1897. Here is a list of his famous works, children. You can go through that. This story, children, the last lesson, is set in the days of the Franco-Prussian War in which Prussia defeated France. Prussia captured two districts of France, and those were Alsace and Lorraine. What effect did it have, this war, on people and in school? We are going to read this now in the story. Children, I will give you the theme, the summary, and some important questions from the lesson. So listen carefully and see the full video. Now, children, we talk about the main characters of the chapter. There are only two main characters. One is the schoolboy named Franz and other is the teacher, M. Hamel. But there are some villagers and some children also, those who are important but they are not the main characters. Now we come to the theme of the chapter. This chapter is based on the theme of importance, love for one's language, and feelings of patriotism for the country. One's language is the mother tongue, one's mother tongue. It is also about the importance of education in one's life. Now, children, I give you the detailed summary of the chapter, the last lesson. The chapter, children, starts with I started. Who is I here? I is the schoolboy named Franz, who is the narrator of the chapter also. And this boy, he has not learned his lesson on participles that the teacher M. Hamel had asked him, and he wanted to bunk the school. So he was actually looking for excuses. He saw that weather was very warm and bright, birds were chirping, and Prussian soldiers were drilling. All these things tempted this boy to bunk the school. He wanted to stay away from school. And because he was afraid of the teacher also, because he has not learnt his lesson, he feared that he might be punished by the teacher. While going, children, he saw people standing in front of the bulletin board. They were reading some notice because war was going on and all their bad news had come from that bulletin board, that notice board only. While he was there, Franz was mocked by a blacksmith who told him, who said to him, don't go so fast, Bob, you will get to your school in plenty of time. It was a sarcasm actually. He talked to him in a sarcastic manner because he knew this child's habits, that he would often bunk his school. Hearing blacksmith talking to him in that manner, this boy Franz, he ran fast and reached his school. Normally there would be great noise in the school. One could hear the opening and closing of desks, lessons repeated in unison, means together, by the students, by the children. And one could hear the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. But that day, it was all silence. All silent over there. School was quiet. There was no sound of desks or lessons being repeated by the children. And teacher was also not striking his ruler on the table. Franz was late and he wondered actually why the atmosphere was different that day. And when he reached to the class, and he feared that he would be scolded by the teacher. But that did not happen. Teacher was very polite with him. He said, "Go to your place quickly, little Franz. We were about to begin without you." And Franz was surprised to see this change in behavior of the teacher. And he saw, and when he went to his seat, he saw the teacher wearing a green coat, frill shirt, and black silk cap that he would wear on inspection or prize days. He was wondering why the things are unusual in school. And he also saw the back benches of the classroom occupied by the villagers. And they were carrying the books also, the old primers. They were trying to read the letters, the alphabet. And M. Hamel that day announced that it was their last lesson, as an order had come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. And these words were like a thunderclap to France. Means these words were really shocking. And it was unexpected what the teacher was telling them. Now he understood why there was a crowd in front of the bulletin board and why M. Hamel was wearing his best clothes, Sunday clothes that day. All of a sudden, this boy, Franz, he developed love for French language because he was never interested in learning that language. And he started liking his books. He started liking M. Hamel when he came to know that that was his last lesson. M. Hamel had been working selflessly for last 40 years in the school. And this boy Franz, he forgot about all the scoldings about his ruler and all everything. And how this teacher was so cranky, he forgot everything about him. He just thought about him that it was his last lesson. And that day he was very attentive in the class. And now he realized that all those elderly members of the village, they were there to pay respect to Mr. M. Hamel for his 40 years of faithful service to the school and to show respect to their country that was theirs no more now. Now Franz realized the importance of French language, his mother tongue. While he was thinking about this all, M. Hamel asked him to recite his lesson on participle. Franz wanted to say everything, all the rules, everything about participles, but he could not. Though he wanted to impress the teacher that yes, I know everything, but he got puzzled, he got confused, and he stood with his head down, feeling ashamed of himself. But M. Hamel did not scold him. He said, "Oh, I won't scold you. You are not the only one to be blamed." Whom did he blame? He blamed the habits of the people of Alsace. He said that this is the habit of the people to procrastinate, to leave everything for some other day, some other time. And he blamed the parents because the parents would send the children to work on a farm or at the mills to earn some extra money. He blamed himself also. He would often send the children to water his flowers, his garden, and whenever he had to go fishing, he would give them a day off. So, three people he is blaming. One is the people of Alsace, second is the parents, and third is the teacher himself. These were the reasons the children of Alsace could not learn their language well. After this, M. Hamel started talking about the importance of French language, means their mother tongue. He said that it was the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical, that we must guard it among us and never forget it. Because when a people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. Means the mother tongue, one's mother tongue is the key to the prison. Then children, they had the grammar lesson, and Franz understood each and everything taught by the teacher that day. M. Hamel explained everything with so much of patience. He wanted to give his best. Then they had the writing class. The class teacher, means M. Hamel, had brought new notebooks for the students with France Alsace written on them. While they were writing, some beetles flew in, but nobody paid attention to it as everybody wanted to learn their language on the last day. That time Franz thought, will they make them sing in German, even the pigeons? Means it will be very difficult for Germans to make them leave their own language, that was the French language, and speak in German. M. Hamel, he sat motionless in his chair, looking from one thing to another, as if he wanted to capture the memories of each and everything there in the classroom. He had a garden outside where there were walnut trees and hopvine. Franz could hear M. Hamel's sister doing the packing in the room above as they had to leave the country. Means M. Hamel and his sister, they had to leave the country the very next day. After the writing, they had a lesson in history. Children and the elderly members, small children, those who were present in the classroom, and the elderly people, the villagers, they all tried to speak in French. They all tried to learn their language as it was their last day. Now it was noontime, children. Church clock struck 12. At that time, they could hear the marching of the Prussian soldiers. M. Hamel stood up. He was very sad. He tried to speak, but his throat got choked. He wrote on the blackboard, Vive la France, Vive la France, as large as he could. Vive la France means long live France. He announced to the class, to the children, that school was dismissed, school was over, and they could go. Children, there are some questions on page number 7. Think as you read under that heading. 3 questions. I am going to discuss the answers with you. First question is, what was Franz expected to be prepared with for school that day? Franz was expected to be prepared with the lesson on participles. Second question is, what did Franz notice that was unusual about the school that day? Answer is, normally there would be great bustle in the school. There would be great noise. But that day it was all quiet. It was all silent, as if it was a Sunday morning. Third is, what had been put up on the bulletin board? Children, it was the announcement that people of Alsace would not learn their language, and in the schools of Alsace, French language won't be taught. The German teacher would be coming the next day, and M. Hamel had to leave. Children, there are 2 more questions on page number 8. First is, what changes did the order from Berlin cause in school that day? First thing, when Franz entered the classroom, he noticed that M. Hamel, the teacher, he was wearing his best clothes. What was he wearing? Green coat, frilled shirt, and his little black silk cap that was all embroidered. And everybody was so silent, there was no noise in the school. And the back benches that were normally empty, they were occupied by the elderly members of the village. And they were children also, little kids. And everybody was very quiet that day. Next question. How did Franz's feelings about M. Hamel and the school change? Children, Franz's feelings about the teacher and the school changed when he came to know that it was their last lesson and they would be taught German from the very next day, and M. Hamel had to leave. All of a sudden, he changed. He started loving his books because now he was feeling sorry for ignoring his language, for not learning his lessons properly, for not listening to the teacher very carefully. And he called his books his old friends. And he started loving M. Hamel. And he forgot about his punishments and his ruler and how cranky he was, everything. Children, you can be asked about the character sketch of M. Hamel and Franz. And other question is, how was the last lesson different from the earlier lessons? I will be explaining you the chapter student line by line in my next video. Hope all your doubts are clear now and you understand the chapter well. मेरी इस वीडियो को लाइक करिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ भी शेयर करिए. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग.